news in the National Football League. You get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here's Herbert. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Herbert now. Complete to Johnston here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Finds Johnston. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's 3rd and 6. Herbert throwing again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
On 1st down. It's Hampton. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now it's Herbert. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite.
They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. To the air again, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
In motion, the tight end. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And again, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chiefs have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes on the crossing route, complete. It's Rice. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Mahomes. Touchdown! Xavier Worthy, a 5-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A quick throw there is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
In motion goes the tight end. From the 50, here's Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger 1st.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got another one to Johnston. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Play action. It's Herbert. And that's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The offense on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Herbert. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So that, a good kick. We haven't talked about it much, but the wind is prevalent, and he drove that right into the wind.
Yeah, and don't forget the wind can swirl down there too, so being able to read it, how it's coming, left to right to left, and to be able to execute that kick, that's pretty darn strong right there.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Mahomes now to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go.
Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Herbert now. Open man here is Conklin.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hampton. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Herbert back to the air. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Up the middle they go. Hampton, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stuffed on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become 4th down?
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1. And yeah, I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goal. More sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Mahomes going to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. In motion left comes Brown.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now here's Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now it's Mahomes again. That'll be caught by Rice.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Mahomes to throw once more. Over the middle here to Brown. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And Brown's got it for a Kansas City touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And this is going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Now Mahomes.
To the sideline and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now 2nd and 3.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Tuli Tuipulotu got in and dropped him.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 21. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Able to find Gray here. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Mahomes now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Pacheco. He is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs take the opening down the field to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they can't bring him down. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now a look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hampton, and he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Herbert just beat the play clock. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Herbert now. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this one is right down the middle, and that'll get the deficit back to 16.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense ready to go again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now a 2nd and 2. Brown goes in motion left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
A third quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Xavier Worthy.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs are able to add on to that lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. L.A. readies for its next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Quick throw here to Johnston.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Now it's Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Up the middle they go. Hampton.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Pacheco once again.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game. But to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here. 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. In motion left goes a tight end. Here's Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Herbert back to the air. And that is incomplete here.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finding Harris over the middle. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Touchdown! Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hampton, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Herbert off of play action. It's brought in by Harris. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man here is Conklin.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. To the air again, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Pacheco.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.